Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. Be sure to check me out over on Rumble. There you'll find all of my stuff from YouTube, plus my political and social commentary and weekly current events, which YouTube frowns on. Links to my Rumble channel, as well as my other YouTube channels, and links to let you order my books are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an advanced Dungeons & Dragons advice video on Ocean Voyages. Before I get into this video, however, I'd like to tell you about a new book that I just got published called The House Off Farrago Road. It's now available on Amazon. The author's name is H.L. Anderson, and it's just a fun story about a house where the denizens are not quite normal. Mythological creatures and supernatural forces commingle with modern-day law enforcement and the criminal underworld. If the quirky weird piques your interest, check out The House Off Farrago Road. Now on with this one. Ocean Voyages. I did a video last week on caravans and expeditions. Go and check that one out. This week, I thought I'd discuss some of the dangers and possible precautions one can take when heading out to sea. Some of the obvious dangers are, the obvious one, drowning. Being thrown overboard or having to abandon ship into the ocean can be inherently dangerous, especially if you can't swim. Pirates. Thieves on the ocean can be very dangerous because maybe they don't just want your goods, because the slave trade in some worlds are very, very popular as well. So they may not just want your stuff, they may want you as well. Sometimes the pirates can even be on your own ship. Check out my video when the entire group is stupid. Yeah, we fell for that one. And it was primarily my fault. I'm going to admit that. The next one is sea monsters and sharks. Anytime you go to sea, these creatures should be at the forefront of your mind. The Dungeons and Dragons, there's a lot of monsters, and if you're on the ocean, that doesn't preclude monsters can't attack you. There are lots of monsters in the ocean. Not just sharks. Starvation. If the ship runs out of provisions or those provisions become tainted or inedible for whatever reason, disease, poison, whatever, this can be devastating, especially if you're 8 months to sea and you've been at sea for 8 months and you run out of provision, 8 weeks or whatever, and you're 3 weeks from port. Yeah, that can be bad, especially if you don't have any drinkable water. That's not a good thing. Dehydration. This may seem weird, but a ship on the ocean, on an ocean full of water, but potable water is a definite concern. So, all right, these are only a few of the many concerns. I tried to concentrate on what I consider to be the major generalized threats of going to sea on an extended voyage. Now, in that other video, caravans and expeditions, I talked about the reasons people would want to go. You're either hired on or you're forming one. If you're hired onto a caravan or you joined a caravan for protection, that's fine. Maybe you want to explore someplace, that's fine as well. Usually if you're going to sea, you're either heading someplace or being hired on to protect something. That's pretty much it. It's possible that you own the ship and you want to, become cargo haulers or whatever, or maybe you want to become pirates, who knows. But for whatever reason, going to sea has some inherent dangers, and that's what we're going to discuss here. Whether you're signing on to be a crew member, booking passage, or whatever, there are some basic steps you can take to improve your chances of survival. First off, do not wear armor heavier than leather. No metal armor, and there's a reason for that. If you go overboard, metal armor will drag you down quicker than anything. It's like strapping an anvil to your feet. It's just not happening. You cannot swim wearing metal armor. Nobody can. It's just not possible. Metal armor is heavy. It will drag you right down into the depths. Buy a cheap set of leather armor if you have to wear armor. If you don't feel right not wearing armor, get you some cheap leather armor. It's better than nothing, and you can swim in it. Okay? Hide armor is not good because it is heavy. Padded armor is not good because once it becomes waterlogged, it becomes heavy. Just like metal armor. So it's got to be leather or less. That's all I'm saying. Make sure your character can swim. That's a very useful skill. Have your character learn to swim. Take the time. Make sure he knows how to swim. If he can't swim, it doesn't matter what he's wearing. Just saying. Number 3, always carry a weapon and never trust anyone not in your own party. Always have a weapon on you. Many ship captains collect up all the weapons and store them. Don't let them do that. If that's going to happen, find a different ship. If the pirates attack, you have to be able to defend yourself. If the crew turns out to be pirates, you really going to need that weapon. That's all I'm saying. Always vet the captain and crew of any ship before you board. That is a necessity. Make sure they have at least a reputation of being honest. They may not be the best crew or the best captain, and they may have, run into a lot of problems, but if they're honest, at least you have a shot at having a fair deal. In that other video, there was another video I talked about just a second ago. When the entire group is stupid. Yeah, I didn't vet the captain and crew very well, not well enough, and it turned out they were pirates. Go check out that video. You'll like it. Yeah, we all died. Number 5, find or create or have someone create an item that purifies food and water. This is always a good idea on sea or on land. Having potable water is nice. The flask of endless water or whatever it is. I did a magic item, something about constant source of water. That's always good. Another thing you might want to look into is a portable distillery. If they have this in your world, if it's available, if you can get one, get it, because at least you can turn seawater using a distillery. You can purify seawater just as well as magic. So, if they're available in your Dungeon Master's world, be sure and get one before you go on the ocean, because that will save your life. Always pack extra iron rations to stow in your gear and in your cabin. The ship generally provides, usually when you board an ocean voyage, they provide the food and water, which is cool, but you never know. It's better to have some and not need it than need some and not have it. It's kind of like wearing a gun and having your concealed carry. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Food's the same way. Number 7, acquire... You're going to love this. Acquire Pardacyrus marmoratus fish. I believe that's how I'll spell it. Pardacchirus. And the second word is marmoratus, marmoratus. Or whatever's equivalent in your Dungeon Master's world. What this is, a natural shark repellent. So if you go overboard, and you have this stuff with you, yeah, the sharks should leave you alone, or at least it'll give you a good chance of them leaving you alone. So those are just some of the things that I can think of. Anything else? Anybody else has any other ideas? Put it in the comments. I'm sure people would love to read them. But yeah, ocean voyages can be just as dangerous as land voyages. Land voyages are a lot more common, but if your player character, if you and your group decide to become pirates, that's great. Knock yourself out, but keep in mind there are inherent dangers besides folks trying to defend their stuff. The inherent dangers are many on the ocean, so just keep that in mind. I hope this helps, and I hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good one. If I don't hear from you, Merry Christmas. God bless one and all. We elect cookie-cutter politicians every single election cycle. Yes men who maintain the status quo and do just enough to make us believe the system still works. Imagine, if you will, a president who actually tries to fix things. If you like action, political intrigue, and a righteous crusade, check out my political thriller, The Righteous President.